talking about the attendance and discipline issues that you stated earlier. Actually, how do the management of the Ichiko actually handle this issue?
Okay, so basically it's come not actually from the HR. So normally it will come from the production side first. So HR is just to monitor and to analyze. So based on the statistics, so as a HOD, we need to analyze what is the issue first. So based on that, okay, we have issue, then we'll call them, we will give them a verbal warning. So if not effective, then we'll call them to provide a counseling letter first. So after counseling letter is not efficient, then we'll come out a misconduct. So once the misconduct, we'll send off to HR for take the further action. So generally we'll go to first warning letter, second warning letter, third warning letter. Because we cannot just simply punish them without the data. So we need to compile any data. For example, why the absent, you have evidence or no. So we just cannot just, okay, you are not coming, you give him warning letter. We need to understand first. So correct or not, they are lying or what. So we need to analyze first with the data. If we know data, also we have jeopardize our side as well. So they will complain to the labor office because they have an act, labor act. So it's not just easy to just punish the worker. We need to have evidence, okay, and then have data so that we can take action.
At Ichiko, for example, is there any we call any action or any strategies that help to empower the employees that have discipline issue? For,
Okay, so normally we'll send them which one a problematic worker. We will ready for them a training. Okay, training of the counseling. So which one, example, we have attendant issue. We will call them after we'll give them some motivation. So beside that also we have a team building activity. Okay, to bond together the top management and the middle management, also the bottom side management. So one of the strategy lah. That's why we also establish a family day, team building activity, so that all the level can join together, so they can understand our problem. So that no any gap between the top side and the middle side, also the bottom side.
oh, so that's one of the strategies lah used to reduce the gap between the
Yes. So
kasta.
basically, maybe down bottom level don't know what is our difficulty we are facing. Okay, but for the top management, so they need to understand what is the difficulty from the bottom line. So by that we can understand what's the situation. Also, we have a empowerment activity, so they have a survey what they need. So actually yearly, so we have a survey. So what is the employee dissatisfied, satisfied? So we have a survey lah. So for every year, example for the food, for the management, so they have a survey. So based on that, our HQ will analyze so they are satisfied or not. So even though attendance ratio is bad, so the HQ asks us why we have a very bad attendance. So they ask us to analyze. So by analyze, we need data, we need to call them for counseling, okay, to understand what is the issue, what is the problem. So we need to analyze before we take any punishment. So as a top management, they won't penalize the downline. So they need to study. So it is because of the top management or the employee itself. So we need to study lah. So some maybe need to, whether we are too strict. Example, supervisor okay scolding the operator. They have a law, so we cannot just punish operator without any evidence. Okay, example, you cancel their leave, so they are reluctant, will be rebellious. Okay, so this one we need to consider as well lah.
So in terms of attendance, is it Ichiko provide attendance allowance?
Yes, we provide. We provide around what together your attendant allowance. We have allowance for the attendant around I think $60. $60. So this one, so they have raised by employee to increase. So this one we still under studying. So we target to increase the attendant allowance to reduce the MC lah. So example, even if the wages is 10 years back, so that means maybe not relevant lah. So that's why we are plan to increase the attendant allowance, so to reduce the MC lah. Okay, but beside that, we also provide a standing allowance, transport allowance. So what hot allowance, standing allowance. So a lot. So I think basically operator can easily get allowance around 5 to 600.
Just for committing to the allowance. Okay, so our next question is how does the organization, yeah, this already answered about the survey of dissatisfaction, and then the next is what measures does the Ichiko have in place to ensure quality standards?
Okay, so for quality standard, we have a report card. So even though we are producing the product, so at the Pro as well, we have our Ichiko record card. So they have a green, red,